No words. No warning. Just carnage.
Operation Spectre Rising. That is what Operation 4 is going to be called, not Strike from the Shadows or anything like that. And today we got both a trailer and a live stream from Treyarch telling us and detailing what is going to be in this operation. And there's quite a bit. In fact, I don't even really know where to start because there's so much to talk about. But I guess we start with the big one, Spectre. So Spectre is 100% confirmed coming to Black Ops. And in this trailer, we get to see both of his specialist abilities. Now, of course, with all this information coming out and Modern Warfare 4 right around the corner, the best way to stay up to date on everything Call of Duty is make sure you hit that subscribe button and have notifications on, because looking at my analytics, it looks like only about 30% of the people who watch my video are actually subscribed. So if you are subscribed, you're actually going to get notified whenever I upload a video, and you'll be on top of all of that Call of Duty news. But speaking of Spectre's abilities, so the first of which is his smoke grenade. So as you can see, he pops his smoke grenade, throws it in here, and the crazy part is as soon as the smoke actually goes off, only Spectre can see the enemies behind it. It highlights them, similar to the vision pulse that Recon has, and as you can see, that is a pretty damn large advantage. And as far as if this is overpowered or not, I don't really think so. The name of the game is going to be, if you see smoke, don't go that way, because Spectre's going to kill you. However, I do think it's going to be a little bit overpowered with Spectre's second ability, the Katana, and this is not what I was expecting at all, so I'm pretty excited to see how this thing works. But the first we get to see it is right at the beginning of the trailer. He jumps off the building and kills a couple people with the katana. It looks cool, but we really get to see the further extent of it later on in the trailer. So this is when I realized that the Katana ability is, I'm guessing, going to be better than the Ripper in Black Ops 3, because look what Spectre can actually do with this thing. He gets an incredibly long lunge, and on top of that, if someone's even further away, he can do rolls, backflips, and pretty much anything to get to his next enemy. This is going to be incredibly good, and I can't wait to see how it's balanced, because at this point, it looks like this is by far going to be one of the best specialist abilities. But like I said, we'll have to wait to find out, and we'll have to wait to see how easy it is to kill him when he's doing his dodge, duck, dives, dips, rolls, that kind of thing.
5 Ds of dodgeball. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
The other important thing that they told us during the live stream is that this is called the Shadow Blade, and when you use the Shadow Blade, you actually go into third person. It is going to be the only specialist character where that is currently possible, which is a pretty cool addition to the game.
With creating a fully third-person experience for Spectre's special weaponry, which is the Shadow Blade. The Shadow Blade allows Spectre to, like I said, go into full third person. While your Shadow Blade is out, you also have access to, you will not be able to go prone or change stances, but when you do press the change stance button, you'll be able to perform a really awesome multi-directional roll, which is a ton of fun.
So if you didn't already figure it out, Spectre is a lot like Genji from Overwatch. In fact, they're even implementing a skin right away for Spectre that makes him look like Genji, as you can see in the background there. Moving on, we've got the 3 new maps, the first of which is Artifact, and this is the map that was teased on the laptop. As it turned out, all 3 of those screenshots on the laptop were from this map, so that is this map entirely. And based off of the footage we're seeing here, I haven't played it or anything, but based off of the footage, this seems like it's going to be your most wide open map. A lot of long lines of sight, snipers will do well, auger will do well, and any long range assault rifle is going to be kind of your go-to on this map. Another cool feature you may notice on this map is that there's kind of 2 sections to it. There's like the greener, brighter section to it, but there's also snow as well. You can see it almost looks like a glacier is on the edge of this cliff, which is kind of cool. It makes a little bit of contrast. So excited to see how this one plays, but if you're a sniper, this is probably going to be your favorite map out of the ones we've seen so far. The next map is the one I am looking the most forward to. It is called Masquerade, and basically this one takes place on a US embassy in Bangladesh. And as far as this map goes, it appears like there's kind of going to be a lot of shorter lines of sight, kind of like an SMG, maybe not shotgun, but SMG, short range assault rifle kind of map. And this is your stereotypical later DLC map that has a lot of super bright and vibrant colors, kind of like Splash from Black Ops 3. And I am super interested to see what this one plays like, just because I really like those bright and vibrant colors on my map, so looking forward to this one. After this, we've got the remake map, which is WMD, and the interesting thing about this one is it says it takes place on Mount Yamantu, I don't know how to say it properly, in Russia, but the thing that I don't think we knew in Black Ops 1 is that this is actually a weaponized Nova 6 gas plant. We assumed that it was like a nuclear plant in Black Ops 1, but we didn't know that they were actually creating Nova 6 here. Anyway, as far as this map goes, it's pretty self-explanatory. If you played Black Ops 1, you've played this map before. It's one of my favorite maps in Black Ops 1. Of course, the controversy with this one is the fact that it is a returning map from a previous game. They didn't change it at all. It didn't get reskinned or anything like that, and it is part of the Black Ops pass. So some people are going to be frustrated with this. As I said before, my only frustration with this is the fact that because it's a Black Ops pass map, I'm not going to be able to play it as much because not as many people have the Black Ops pass. So that's a little bit unfortunate to me, but what are you going to do? Now, the next thing, and this might be the biggest thing, this is the one I was kind of the most surprised about to what extent they went to it with, but Blackout. Spectre did blow up Hydra Dam, and the map has gotten flooded. I can't believe they did this. This is going to completely change the way Blackout actually plays, and as you can see by the trailer, you can actually drive your boat over the farmers' fields in the farms and all of this stuff. Like I said, I'm really looking forward to this. I think it's a great addition and a great way of changing up the map and adding in some lore to it as well. Even going as far as to flip over the boat in cargo at the complete opposite end of the map. So like I said, this is going to be extremely interesting to see everything that changes in this map. On top of that, throughout this operation, they're adding 4 new characters into Blackout. Now, I'm not sure whether these are going to be all special orders. It appears as though the old Frank Woods is going to be kind of the one that we get for free, and the other 3 include Sarah Hall, which was one of the main characters in Black Ops 3. Underneath her, we've got Danny Lee, aka Blackjack. He is, of course, Blackjack. He was in Black Ops 3 as a specialist character. He's in the Black Market in Black Ops 4. And the final one, the one that I would never have guessed was coming to the game, is Sergei Kozin. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but this was a character, a very small character, in fact, in Black Ops 1, and like I said, never would have guessed that that one was coming. So after this, we have the Black Market, and they're doing the Black Market in a different way this time. Instead of having a 100-tier Black Market like they did before, it is actually only going to be a 50-tier Black Market, and there's some positives and negatives to that. I don't really see the point in it if they're still planning on doing another 50 tiers later. But as far as what we are getting, there's 2 weapons that we know we are getting in the first 50 tiers. This includes the Shark Lmg, which is just an LMG that is going to be in the game. Apparently it has a very fast reload time and you're able to play aggressive with it. How good it is at this point, I have no idea, but that's the one ranged weapon that's coming out in the 50 tiers. The second thing is the Nifo OT Club. It's a melee weapon. I'm assuming you get this at level 25 and then the LMG at level 50. This is just a melee weapon, really nothing to say there. Now, the other weapon that was shown in the trailer is the Ballistic Knife. Now, they said in the live stream that the Ballistic Knife is not coming out tomorrow, and they made no mention as to when it is actually being added. They just said that it is coming to the game, and that's pretty much it. Now, as far as the rest of the Black Market, mainly reserves, they are adding a bunch of skins and stuff that I'm not going to cover completely in this video, but they are also adding weapon charms, which we've seen in previous Call of Duty games. Not really a big fan of. Now, another thing that they are adding is something called death effects, and basically what this is when you kill someone, there's a different effect other than blood going into the air. So, for example, confetti may pop up or something like that. They didn't show any of these in the trailer, but they did announce it in their blog post. Now, after the first half of this event, that is when the Days of Summer event will start, which Call of Duty does every year. And they state here on the roadmap that there is going to be a new Blackout mode, new map updates, and new weapons coming when that event comes. So, once again, there'll be another 50 tiers revolving around Days of Summer, and that should come in halfway through this current operation, so probably about 35 days or so after tomorrow. Now, on top of this, based off of the roadmap, we can actually learn a lot more about each individual mode. Starting off with multiplayer here, so tomorrow is the stuff on the left, so you're getting Spectre, New weapons, which include the Tiger Shark and the melee weapon. Prop hunt, they said that's coming later this week, so it might not come out tomorrow, but Thursday or Friday makes sense. League play update, they haven't announced anything about that. And then gameplay tuning update, once again, they haven't said what the weapon tuning will be. So as soon as that comes out tomorrow, of course, I will keep you guys updated. Now, as far as the rest of the event, what is coming? Capture the Flag, which is, of course, another game mode. New Bare Bones mode, which is, I'm assuming, the same as the previous Bare Bones mode, but maybe including other game modes, like maybe Hardpoint or something like that. Hacienda Twilight, which is going to be Hacienda, but assumably at night or close to sunset, something like that. And then additional new modes. They didn't really talk about that. Assumably just more game modes and more. So the and more is probably the Days of Summer, new weapons and stuff like that. I would expect to get most of those things on the right before the Days of Summer update, so within the next 35 days. I could be wrong about that, but that's just what I'm assuming. So after this, moving on to Blackout. So as you can see, there are the 4 characters we talked about before, but on top of this, they have also announced in their blog post that David Mason and Misty will also be returning as well, on top of the 4 characters we talked about earlier. So the things that are coming tomorrow are the Wetworks map update. That just means the flood that the dam is causing. On top of that, Bounty Hunter. So I'm not sure whether Bounty Hunter is out tomorrow or throughout the rest of the week, but Bounty Hunter is a game mode where one player can find Spectre's Katana, the Shadow Blade, and actually go to town with that, and also get some level 3 armor and stuff like that to even the playing field. On top of that, there's going to be certain players around the map that Spectre can see that have a bounty on their head, and if they get killed, or if the people that have a bounty on their head survive, they actually get a supply drop dropped in right on them. So that's also coming in the next week. The Alcatraz map improvements, new characters, which we already talked about, and the new equipment, the dart. Now, I'm assuming the dart, they haven't talked about this in their stream, but I'm assuming that the dart is the dart drone, like the kill streak, that you can literally throw up into the air and fly and explode into someone. So it'll be interesting to see how that is balanced. The things that are coming over the next little while include Ground War. This is a 50v50 game mode where 2 teams fight it out for the win. An attack helicopter, which is assumably going to be a helicopter with a mounted machine gun. New weapons, which we are assuming are the same weapons that we're getting for multiplayer. New equipment and more. So kind of a mystery revolving around that, but at least Ground War, we know what's going on with that. And then finally, zombies. I'm not going to go too in-depth with this, but this week you are getting Super Blood Wolf Moon Gauntlet, which is the Dead of the Night Gauntlet, new weapons, which are the same weapons as multiplayer, and then Classic Elixir Restock. I'm not going to lie, I don't know what that means. I don't play enough zombies to know what it means. Coming soon are Labors of Hercules Gauntlet. That is, of course, for the new zombies map that came out with DLC 2. Gauntlet leaderboards, which I think is awesome. I always think leaderboards are awesome. I wish they would bring this to multiplayer. Also, hard mode Gauntlet. That interests me. It's going to be the same sort of thing, but just more difficult. And then more. So zombies getting some stuff as well. Maybe not as much as the other 2 modes, but at least you're still getting something. And ladies and gentlemen, that is pretty much it. It's a big update coming tomorrow, and of course, as always, I would keep you guys updated thoroughly on that. We will talk about the update when it's fully released tomorrow. We'll look at the 50 tiers and everything in between. So don't you worry, as long as you are following the channel, you will be kept up to date on exactly what's going on in the game. And the best way to stay up to date is make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you have notifications on. On top of that, if you like what you saw in today's video, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that like button and let me know what you think of the update down in the comment section below. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let me know what you think down in the comments. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're